remarks that Putin, quote, cannot remain in power. The administration now insisting the U.S. is not seeking a regime change. Allison Harris, Joe Khalil, they have all of the latest on this. We're going to go first to Allison at the White House. Could this have been a comment that was taken out of context, or is this just another chance for the White House to say, wait, we spoke too soon, let's clean this up?
What the president says matters, period, the end there, Adrian. And good morning to you. President Biden has called President Putin a pariah on the international stage, a thug, a murderous dictator, even a war criminal. But his comments at the end of this overseas trip went a step further, the president clarifying again last night he wasn't calling for a regime change.
President Biden back home attending church Sunday evening.
Thank you.
Following a dramatic end to President Biden's urgent trip to Eastern Europe, the president speaking at the Royal Castle in Warsaw, Poland, Saturday, after meeting hundreds of Ukrainian refugees, hearing their heroic stories, and calling Russian President Putin a butcher. His stirring speech an ode to democracy and Western resolve.
A dictator bent on rebuilding an empire will never erase a people's love for liberty. Brutality will never grind down their will to be free. Ukraine will never be a victory for Russia, for free people refused to live in a world of hopelessness and darkness.
His speech already being remembered for one declarative line, an off-the-cuff remark the Biden administration spent the rest of the weekend clarifying.
For God's sake, this man cannot remain power.
The White House saying the president's point was that Putin cannot be allowed to exercise power over the region, not indicating a regime change. The Kremlin snarling back, saying Russia's ruler won't be decided by Mr. Biden.
I think the president, the White House, made the point last night that, quite simply, President Putin cannot be empowered to wage war or engage in aggression against Ukraine or anyone else.
In Washington, response is mixed.
The president was speaking from his heart, but it's not the U.S. policy to seek regime change.
He gave a good speech at the end, but as you've pointed out already, there was a horrendous gaffe right at the end of it. My gosh, I wish they would keep him on script.
Polls show President Biden's approval rating dropping. The latest NewsNation Decision Desk headquarters poll showing 44% of voters approve of his job handling. And President Biden is warning this war in Ukraine won't end soon, even as new sanctions have been imposed. A joint task force has been formed to wean Europe off its dependence on Russian energy. And the free world is more united than ever this century.
We need to steel ourselves for the long fight ahead.
And overnight, Deputy Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said...
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.